Good day, my friends. I stumbled upon some absolutely preposterous gossip concerning none other than Harry and Meghan. According to a certain Daniela Elser, the Duke and Duchess are contemplating adding another baby to their brood in an attempt to repair their floundering marriage. Oh yes, because we all know that throwing a third child into the mix always saves a crumbling relationship. The rumors state that the couple is still considering moving house, which makes sense given that ostentatious Montecito mansion is far beyond their budget. There have also been reports that they haven't even lived in the so-called mixed mansion much at all, perhaps never even spending a night there. So naturally they'd be on the hunt for new digs. First we heard they might relocate to Malibu, but of course they can't afford a place there either. Then came whispers of a move to LA proper so Meghan can finally get the big Hollywood break she's been chasing. But according to Ms. Elser, there are now murmurs of the possibility of Harry and Meghan adding another member to their family tree. Ah yes, because nothing says, let's fix this floundering marriage, quite like the sleepless nights and dirty diapers of a newborn. Let's reflect on how many unions have been rescued by baby number 3, shall we? I guess the crattering careers, deteriorating relationship, and unaffordable mortgage weren't enough for them. No, they need more on their plate. As you'll remember, rumors swirled back in November that the couple was eyeing properties in LA as they desire a base nearer to the Hollywood studios. But simply being in closer proximity to the entertainment biz isn't going to magically bestow talent upon Meghan. Wishful thinking on her part if she believes that's all that's standing between her and superstardom. In December, reports emerged that Harry and Meghan were planning a move away from Montecito, based on interviews with locals who claimed the Duke and Duchess were likely looking for new real estate. One member of Harry's polo club even told the press, "I heard they're moving to LA. I think they're looking for real estate if they haven't already found it." Then we heard talk that maybe they wouldn't sell the Montecito mansion after all, but would instead add to their property portfolio. As if those two could somehow swing the cost of multiple sprawling luxury homes when they can hardly cover the expenses on the one. Let's remember, they've still got a massive mortgage on that Montecito place. What business do they have snapping up additional multi-million-dollar houses? Absolutely none. According to Elser, back when Harry and Meghan first purchased the mansion in 2020, estimates put their annual mortgage payments around $716,000. And earlier this year, their property taxes alone surged past the $200,000 mark, according to a journalist named Richard Eden. So it's abundantly clear that Meghan and Harry cannot afford their current residence, let alone take on any additional real estate holdings. Just consider their outlandish costs: mortgage, property taxes, a small army of security staff, household help like nannies, housekeepers, and gardeners. For a compound that size, upkeep is wildly expensive. They've got to pay for landscapers to maintain the grounds, ensure the interiors are kept in flawless condition, and more. Back in 2020, total estimated annual operating costs, including security, staff, and utilities, rang in around $6.5 million. So explain to me how they plan to foot that bill given their recent dearth of income. Harry's book may have garnered attention, but reports indicate sales didn't even earn back the hefty advance he already pocketed. So it's not as if that memoir filled the Sussex coffers. Apparently Harry and Meghan are desperate to relocate closer to the LA elite. They feel disconnected out in Montecito and want to cozy up to bigger celebrities, hit star-studded events, and rub shoulders with the in crowd. Meghan especially is hungry for more visibility and buzz. Another issue they're reportedly facing in Montecito is that the community hasn't exactly welcomed them with open arms. Harry and Meghan seem to spurn befriending the neighbors, perhaps because the locals tend to be older and the Sussexes believe themselves above such company. They're in search of somewhere more stylish and hip, with a younger demographic they consider a better match. It's important to point out that Harry and Meghan appear entirely delusional about their own advancing age. Meghan loves referring to herself as a young mother when she's firmly in midlife territory. Last I checked, your mid-40s are hardly your youthful prime, but by all means keep telling yourself that, Meghan. In any case, we know the pair made many trips to LA in 2023, clearly hungry for the Hollywood scene. They went to games, dined at trendy restaurants, and Harry even supposedly had a secret private escape room in the city where he could unwind away from Meghan. The Mail was one of the first outlets to reveal Harry and Meghan's alleged plans to have another baby. Late last year, they reported that there are rumors they would love to have a third child. How fascinating, considering at one time they publicly stated they'd limit themselves to just 2 kids, citing environmental impact. Of course, that was a thinly veiled dig at Will and Kate's larger family. But it seems they've abandoned such eco-concerns. Daniela Elser muses, "Again, this is hardly a shocker. The Duke and Duchess have suffered many slings and arrows in recent years, including from my quiver, but they are unquestionably 2 people utterly devoted to their children and who are deeply committed to parenthood." I must interject, devoted to their children? Committed to parenthood? On what planet? The Sussex kids are largely kept hidden away while their parents flit about living the high life. We rarely see any evidence of family time or hands-on parenting. Harry and Meghan constantly disappear on luxurious holidays sans children. The little ones they claim to be so devoted to are likely being raised primarily by staffers back in Montecito. So I wouldn't call them model parents by any definition. But I suppose recollections may vary on what exemplary child-rearing looks like. Of course, Harry and Meghan have proven themselves eco-hypocrites time and again, jet-setting on private planes while preaching about environmentalism. So it wouldn't be shocking if they abandoned their small family plans. Elser muses, will 2024 be a year of big change for the Sussexes? Will they be loading up moving trucks or getting bassinets out of storage or sending change of address cards to Clarence House? Well, before hauling baby gear out of storage, Meghan will first have to dig up those old moon bumps. Are they really brazen enough to attempt this baby charade again after the bump fiascos before? To me, it seems a risky gambit given how questionable prior pregnancies appeared. But perhaps they're willing to double down in hopes of regaining public interest. Now, do I think Harry and Meghan may have tossed around the notion of baby number 3 at some point? Certainly, it's common for couples facing marital woes to consider a new child as a quick fix. They reminisce about the blissful baby days and assume a newborn will magically restore that feeling. But in reality, I've yet to see a crumbling marriage improved long-term by adding a needy infant to the fray. It tends to exacerbate existing issues, not resolve them. So I predict the supposed third Sussex bundle of joy will be no marital panacea. What do you find people make of all this gossip about Harry and Meghan potentially having another child? Please share your thoughts below. I welcome hearing your perspectives. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like and share it with others who may appreciate the commentary. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I promise not to bore you and will be back soon with another piping hot take. Wishing you an absolutely marvelous week ahead. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.